Hello everyone, it's Justine. Today I am making some more cards using the Spellbinders card kit of the month from August 2022. And this Butterfly Sparkles card kit of the month did not disappoint. There were so many different things in this card kit and I've been able to make a ton of cards. So if you're interested in seeing the cards that I've already made with this card kit, head over to my channel and watch the first two. And if you're interested in the card kit contents, so what all came in the kit, check out the unboxing video that I have for this kit. This month I've challenged myself to make as many cards as I can and use up as much of the card kit as I can. But at the same time, make cards that I would actually use, cards that I would sell and that other people would use, and not make boring cards. So you could really use up the entire card kit if you wanted, but I mean, by card 70, 80, you'd probably be pretty low on the pattern paper if you get my drift. So, like I said, this one, I did not steer away from using up those die cut shapes because I thought they went really nicely together, so I used them up. I also want to mention that if you're interested in this card kit, I will have it linked in the description, but if you're interested in buying it, you have to get it before the end of the month. And specifically 6 days before the end of the month, because Spellbinders has a blackout period for their club membership items. So if you're interested, you can buy it anytime from the first of the month till 6 days before the end of the month. You've been warned. Don't miss out on this one though, because like I said, I challenged myself to use it up and I almost used up the entire kit. So, glad you're here watching number 3. And I did want to mention that sometimes with card making, you have to go with your mistakes. And this is a very good example of just that. So here I am stamping, and whoops, I made a mistake. I had to double stamp and I messed up that double stamp. So instead of starting over, I didn't want to waste the paper. So I made all of the butterflies have a double stamp, and it kind of has an interesting look to it. I've never done that before in a card, so I just thought to myself, well, why not? Why not double stamp them all? Then it doesn't look like a mistake, it looks intentional, right? I don't know. It looked okay to me, so I went with it. And I used that VersaFine black onyx ink that you see on the left there to stamp it all out. And then I used some clear embossing powder to finish it up. I had a little white paper on the edge, so I had to just cut it off. Then I'm going to add this really beautiful pattern paper that has some butterflies on it and make a focal area. So I'm going to use the chipboard little frame here, cut down my pattern paper to go behind in that window, and glue that on to my window. Then I'll attach that to my card and add the butterfly. The butterfly is a sticker, and there's a bottom part that is a full sticker, and then the top part of the butterfly attaches just where the body is. So the wings are fluffy and free. Now with this card, I wanted to use up the pattern paper, so I kind of used a method that I liked using, which I'll show you when I attach it to the card. But I also wanted to use the sentiment because I thought it was very sweet, and I thought it went nicely with the owl because it's kind of night themed with the stars. And I thought the edges were a little harsh, so I pulled out my corner rounder and just corner rounded them off. I think with the stamped little rectangle that I made there, it almost looks like it was part of the die cut pack. Did you catch what I just did there? So I am using 2 panels there and using the skinny strip. And this strip is going to go over those 2 panels, and it will look like just one piece of paper with a strip. Now I usually don't use the middle piece or have the middle piece there be as skinny as it was, but I'm trying out different things and that's what happened on this card, so that's okay with me. I'm even using that little chipboard phrase that says bliss. Now I'm doing something similar on this card by using up those 2 panels there, but then I'm going to put this chunkier one so it covers it up. And then another layer, and then finally put the woman down with the butterfly. It's very sweet. I'll add these 2 little butterflies, and I think it needs a sentiment, so I'm going to pull out the little tiny stamp here from the stamp set. I was a little bit heavy-handed with the stamp, so it kind of got messed up, so I took my little pen there and fixed the A, and then I decided why not add a couple little sweet hearts. Now this next one ends up being quite a bit of a collage card, and typically collage cards just have a lot of stuff on them, and it kind of make like a little pile, but intentional piles. So I have a lot of things that are butterfly and friend themed. So I have sentiments like our friendship is a gift and kind of sweet nothings about friendship, which is kind of cute. And there's some gold embellishments on the chipboard sticker right now in my hand. And then there's that gold banner on the main one. And on that little ticket, there's some gold foiling. So with the gold and the pink and the butterflies and the friendship, it all kind of comes together to make this collage card. I always put these little foam, or not always, but usually I put these little foam pieces on the wings and then put the liquid glue on the bodies just to keep the butterflies having a little life to them. And I did make a sister card, but it's definitely a different sister. Now with this paper, when I saw the cats on the paper, I knew that they would go really well with the die cut shapes. So I did pull in a piece of sparkly cardstock and circle punched out that circle. And I kind of made a little collage of these cats. So I have one on the right hand and one on the moon. And then I'm using, I think 4 different sentiment things that are all about dreams. Now I made a sister card and it has that little gold star there. So I'm going to add the star just to hang on the moon because that looks sweet and it makes sense in my head. Now for this one, I put my pattern paper diagonally across another piece of pattern paper, cut off the edges, and attached it to my card base. This is a really fun way to use up those strips of pattern paper and use up the dies. We'll use the dies. These butterflies are part of the die pack, and with the gold mirrored cardstock, they just make such an elegant butterfly. I'll pop the bodies on and put some stars kind of scattered around. And then I'll pull in my wink of Stella pen and add glitter to the stars and the bodies of the butterflies. Now I'm getting near the end of the video, so I did want to mention that Spellbinders also has other club items. So if you're not big on stamping and you're a die cut person, or not big on die cuts and you're a stamping person, they do have stamps of the month, dies of the month, embossing folders of the month. So check out those products. I will have just like a general club link in the description so you can go ahead and check those out. And those products change every month, so it's really fun and they keep it kind of relevant and interesting. There is a Christmas one coming out, and I am just over the moon working with it. It is just so neat. So I unboxed it the other day, and I could hardly not start making things with it after doing the unboxing. My brain was just like pouring out ideas of what to do with the card kit materials. So I'm excited to put it in few words. And it's right now July, so excited about Christmas. Yeah. All right, with this card, I'm going to add some of those blue sequins to accompany my cards. And with this, all I had to do was have another shine sentiment, so I did make 2 of those. But you could reproduce this and use up those foam words, and instead of shine, it could be a sparkly foam word. So here's a look at all of the cards that I made in this video, and I will show all of the cards that I made with all of the card kits in a later video in July. So I'm going to show all of the cards that I made with the club items. So it will be the card kits, the stamp of the month, the small die, the amazing paper grace, and you'll just kind of see it all. So if you're interested in that, subscribe, stick around, and I'll see you in that one, I guess. All right. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again. Comment your favorite card. Thank you. Bye.